Here I have the DVD of the movie Scanners. Director David Cronenberg ventures into the realms of science fiction in Scanners, a horrifying story of the supernatural. The action centers around a group of psychics known as scanners who are capable of reading people's minds. While this power could be used for the good of mankind, these telepathic misfits also have the uncanny ability to lock into the human nervous system, causing the unfortunate victims' heads to explode. When doctors succeed in recruiting a good scanner to go in search of one who is abusing his powers, the scene is set for a truly mind-blowing experience. Scanners memorable and observant genre entertainment, version film guide, starring Jennifer O'Neill, Patrick McGoohan, Stephen Lack and Lawrence Dunn, written and directed by David Cronenberg, produced by Cloud Hurex, photo photography by Mark Irwin, music by Howard Shore, special effects by Dick Smith, Gary Ziller, Henry Puig, Dick Smith, and Chris Watts. Production company, Film Plan, Canada. Now, just by looking at this movie tells you what you're in for. Now, I wasn't born in the 80s, but if I was a kid growing up during the era of VHS, and I was in the Blockbuster store, and I saw this in video, this would have grabbed my attention. Just by looking at this movie. Back. See. It was released in 1981. It was released at cinemas in the US on the 14th of January. It was released in Canada on the 16th of January. In the UK, it was released on the 1st of January. On its opening weekend, it had grossed $2,758,147 on its opening weekend. At the box office, it grossed $14,225,876. Now, David Cronenberg has gone on to state that this was his number one at the box office at the time. Stephen Lack plays the scanner who is recruited by the corporation Consac after being captured by private military men who work for Consac to hunt down a scanner called an underground malevolent ring led by Derry Wevick, played by Michael Ironside. Scanner is memorable for its gore and its grotesque scenes, and it's scored by Howard Shore. The score for Scanners, immediately when you hear it, you jump out of your seat, and it almost feels like a story is being played out. Now, I know some have said that this isn't regarded as his best work compared to the movies in his filmography that were regarded as classics. Personally, this is, I would say, my personal favorite of his. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that his other works aren't regarded as classics, but this is the one the most out of his filmography that I enjoy watching time and again. That it's in a way that it's a horror movie played out as an espionage thriller. I will say there are some flaws in the movie, and I think that's the acting. The acting isn't great, particularly Stephen Lack, who wasn't a professionally trained actor when he starred in this. Patrick McGoohan, Gary Ziller, and Jennifer O'Neill, in my opinion, I thought they gave decent performances. Michael Ironside is what makes the movie a classic. I think this is his most terrifying performance in playing a villain. His presence in the movie is just sinister. So if you're a David Cronenberg fan and you've never heard of Scanners, I recommend it.